not adjust your dial. You're listening to the SBTV show. I'm the Dream, and I got my boy Matt Hatter on with me. What's up?
What's going on, player? What a great weekend, huh? How you feeling?
Oh, man, I'm energized. Listen, day one of the diet is now in full effect.
Yeah, you're telling me, bro. I destroyed my body yesterday, man.
You.
Oh, man. Well, hey, you know what? It's all good.
You did absolutely nothing to your body compared to what I did to my body. Because I don't even usually act like that. I maintain somewhat, try to maintain it a little bit. Yesterday was just forget it.
Hey, it's all good, man. I hope you had a really good Memorial Day along with our SBTVNation. How is everybody doing out there? Hope you guys cashed tickets and had a wonderful weekend, man. But we're back here. It's Tuesday morning, and we got to get to work, player.
No doubt. It's time to definitely get to work. We got a little bit of luck happened. Kicked off yesterday. I had the split in the no-score first innings, which I had the Mets. You know what? I raised the Mets. They had to just give up the one run. Whenever I lose those, I usually lose them, and it's only one run given up too. It's not, you won't feel bad like if like they go ham in the first inning. You feel a little bit better. It's like, oh wow, they got murdered. No, mine are always just one dusty run will get given up, and then that'll be it. But I was able to get the split because the Houston one, which by the way I don't know how I got out of that. The Houston one ended up cashing for me, so we split with that, and then I ended up winning with the Ducks last night.
Son, that Ducks game was a stomach ache, huh?
No, it actually was wonderful because I didn't watch it. It was wonderful till the end of the game when I turned and it was 4-4. When I opened up, remember I text you, it was 2-0 out the gate.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'm good here. So let me go do, some other stuff. And, the wife was bothering me. She wanted to do some things. She wanted to watch a little TV. So I said, you know what? You've been cool. Everything. We've been cool. She was real happy that I let the sports, gave it a break on Saturday. So I was like, you know what? Let's kick back and watch a couple of movies. We'll watch some movies. It was killing me because I kept checking my ticker, to see what's going on with the hoop game. But I had stayed away from the hoop game. I told Cass that I just did, I like Golden State. I wasn't taking Houston, and I was like, Houston ain't trying to lose on their home court, and get swept. So I was like, stay away from that. And I went with the hockey game instead. So every time I looked at the hockey score, they were up.
Oh, I know. And then it ended up being an overtime game, man. At least you got the win, kid. That's all that matters. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. And you guys, you know what? I'm not even doing my little celebratory, gloat stuff because just too many losses for me to be happy with last night's win. I'm like, okay with the win. Don't get me wrong. I'm happy with the win, but I'm falling back from a little bit of all that noise I was making till I get back to shape because, you know what? I'm not trying to, this might come off arrogant, or whatever. I just don't really lose like I lost the last 2 weeks. I don't really lose like that. I lose like everybody else loses, and then I'll win, I'll win a few, and then, in the last 2 weeks, I had 2 major losses, not 2, regular losses. 2 losses. Usually when I go ham on something, maybe one will fall, but the next time I hit it, you guys know. You've been following me. You've been following me pretty. It's not no back. I don't do a lot of back to back bad losing. So that was a little bit rare for me. And I'm really upset because I know I got people following me, and most of the people who follow me, you guys know I don't lose like that. So some of you guys are saying, oh, he's got to come back, and you're pressing, and then I lose again. So I really apologize for that. And like I said, I'm gonna fall back from a little bit of the celebrating, as I got way more winning to do before I get happy again.
Well, the good news is that your boy, the Mad Hatter's been cleaning up your mess with my MLBs, player.
No doubt.
So, what a day yesterday, man. I started out with the Mets. I was feeling myself, man. Just I never really was in doubt that Mr. Bartolo Colon would get the job done. And the Mets offense showed up, man, like a bunch of home runs in that game. So I was able to get that. I actually parlayed that with the St. Lucia Cardinals. That was my big parlay of the day. I did back it up a little bit with some insurance money and cashed with that. Kid, I lost a huge parlay. Kid, it paid over $4,000. I lost with the Houston Astros. I was so mad
I always
with
tell
that.
you that you can always tell whether your parlays are going to win or not based on the payout.
Yeah, it did have the Atlanta Braves in there, but at that point, I would have been hedged way out of that with probably a couple of G's and just laughed. You know what I mean? So, and Houston had the lead, man. They were up 3-2 in that game going into the, I want to say it was the bottom of the 8th inning. And, hey, you know what? They gave up a 2-run shot. That was Mr. Keuchel there, and, hey, you know what? I had to ride that dude into the ground. You know what I'm saying? He was, what, like 6 games in a row?
And continue to ride. I mean, it's just like, you know, like anything. The dude gets one loss. He wasn't going to go undefeated.
No, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So he'll be back to probably winning ways his next outing or, you know, the outing after that. So, hey, it's no problem getting it, you know, no problem with you know, keep tracking a pitcher and getting on him and playing with him and, you know, losing occasionally and then getting back to winning with him. That's how it goes down.
Absolutely. And then I had the under in that game, though, so I was able to offset the parlay with the under, and then I decided to get a little froggy, was feeling myself. I said, once I saw the Houston Rockets and their energy and how they were playing, I say, you know what? I'm taking Houston live. And sure enough, I ended up cashing that at the end of the night, man. So very, very good night for me, and very excited about getting a week started off the right way, kid. So looking forward to rocking with you, man. Kid, we got a lot of people on Twitter already, man. We got 38 retweets of the show. We got Immaculate. Let's see who else I got this morning. I got Jay Cass, who's been
Peter Berry, Smokey Rodriguez, Jay Cass, Boston Boy. Rick Lopez is up and doing it. Mutt Sellers up there, sports. Getting Aussie Bookie. Find Dave Gas Bookie. Find Aussie Book. Lexka, what's going on, Lexka, man? Some of these names, I love them. They are insane. Cousin Bet, Giuseppe, Christos, Tip Talker, Direct Sports Solution, Total Sports Edge, P for Press, Sport Shank, Smokey Rodriguez, Jason Bruss, Bully Sports Cards, Spot Bet, Ciroc King J, Randomly Unpredictable, D, Mo, Irvin, Slick Rick, Mario Martinez, Vegas Girl 92661, Bet and Booze, Booze and Bets, Z, Stoopy Bets and Face Kicker. Yo, I want to say, my man, Total Sports Edge yesterday put out a pick of the crib, and it's dope. Love the pick of the crib and love the comeback on the comments. And you guys, man, I don't know. You know, I write in caps a lot. Half the time, for some reason my iPad gets stuck on it because I write in it, but it gets stuck on it. I forget to take it off, and it's like, I'm not going to erase the tweet and retweet it again in lowercase. You know what I mean? Just to make everybody happy, because you really can't hear me.
Oh, that's funny. Yeah, dude, but that's the way you text as well, dude. So
I do, but it's the same thing, because when I want to emphasize something, I put the caps lock on, and I forget to switch it back, so I'm always stuck in that. And then by the time I send it, it's like, I'm not redoing it just because the caps lock's on.
Hey, man, you know what? It is what it is, dude. And, kid, how about the Houston Rockets, though, man? Come on. Ended up winning. You're dying for Game 5, aren't you?
I am. I'm all over. We're doing the overlap system right now.
I hate that you're gonna go ham on Golden State. I hate that.
Because we had the money. I'm not going ham. We had the money line parlay on We took last night the Ducks, but I also did a money line parlay with the Cavs last night. Ducks, Cavs. So we'll wait for the Cavs to cash tonight. Then we're going to do a parlay. We're going to take the Cavs in another money line parlay, and we're going to put it with Golden State. Golden State closes out Game 5, player.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
So, and it's not going to be him. It's just going to be in them with a money line parlay, nice and tight, and we'll go from there.
All right, man. Hey, you know what? We'll see what happens with that. I mean, they're probably going to be given, 10 or 11 points?
Minimum 10.
Let's see if we can pull that up real quick and see what the line is coming up for the Houston and Golden State game. Let me just pop it up, see if I can find it on sportsbetstv.com. See what the initial line is. 10 to 10.5. I
told you.
Yeah, we were right there. We were close. We were right on the money here. So, talking about the NBA, you want to get into tonight's or what? Since
Let's
you
get
already
into tonight.
basically gave out what you're going to play.
Well, I don't think there's any surprise. It's game 4, and they are headed for the sweep. The only thing that slightly concerned me with Atlanta, now is this guy suspended for tonight's game?
I don't know, but that was a pretty. I mean, compared to the way Dwight Howard did the background punch last night, or you see how he whipped his hand back and hit what's his face there.
I missed it.
Oh God, I forgot who he hit, but I don't know if he's suspended. I don't think so.
I thought with the flagrant 2, I thought you get suspended for a game. So, guys, we're going to have to check that. It may not be this game, but it may be like the next game. It's going to have to be checked because if he's not playing, I really love the Cavs. I mean, I really love the Cavs. But, if he's playing, he was definitely a problem in the last game. He definitely was very involved, and he was playing at the level where we expected him to play. But I don't know if he's playing or not. I don't know if he's got a suspension.
We're gonna have to take a look at that and see what happens.
I'm looking at it while we speak, so that's why I'm kind of hesitant in my talk. But I'm trying to catch it quickly, but I don't see it there.
All right, taking a look at this. So the line tonight is anywhere from 7.5 to 8, with obviously Cleveland favored. Under over 193.5 to 194. I hope Atlanta wins, but Cleveland's got my boy and all, but I don't know. I just think Cleveland's gonna I think Cleveland's gonna win tonight, man. I don't see Cleveland playing around with them this evening. LeBron will probably step it up and have another stellar game. I think that with Kyrie's injury and with them being banged up, they're going to want to get this series over because they're obviously going to get a couple more days of rest right now, seeing on how Houston was able to extend their series as well. So we should look for LeBron to go ahead and get it done tonight. Even with my man back in the lineup, I think, Horford, sorry. Even with Al back in the lineup, I still think that the Cavs will win the game. I really do. I just, I would just caution, I'm going to money line him because I got the parlay. I already got him in the parlay. If I didn't have him in the parlay, I would probably take, Cleveland straight, but I don't see a reason to do that right now. And guys, I wouldn't recommend you do that either. Just parlay the Cavs with Golden State for the next game as well. Golden State closes out Houston in Golden State. What does that pay, though? Probably only pays, like 60%?
It probably, yeah, okay, so.
You got a -365 money line and a -599. Ouch. Whatever. Hey, you know what? Maybe you leave it open for a third leg or something like that. You know what I mean? If you want to get even money or whatever.
As far as I'm concerned, it's better than taking Cleveland -10, as Cleveland may, both the teams could play. You know how they play.
Yeah, right.
Both these teams do that. They do that nonsense. Instead of blowing them out, guys come down and take a dumb shot. And LeBron, I love LeBron, and there's not a lot of knock you can say about LeBron. But the one knock I am going to say, I can't stand when LeBron decides that he wants to slow the game down, use the whole clock, and then I hate when he does that.
He loves that.
It just destroys it. It's cool in the last minute of the game, but not like at the 5-minute mark. I don't like that.
Yeah, he's notorious for that, kid. That's why he doesn't cover, man.
I know, dude. I know, and it kills me because everybody who's watching the game, including the players, know what's going to happen as soon as he backs the ball up to right underneath the half court line. Then he'll usually get involved with some dribble shenanigans where he'll fumble the ball dribbling or something because he's off his toe or something. Your feet are too big. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody will get their hand stuck in there. So I wish he wouldn't do. I mean, what do I know? I'm not. He's the greatest player in the world. So who am I to knock him? But still, that ruins the spread.
Absolutely, man. How many times have I gotten punched in the face by LeBron doing that?
Yeah.
Been up 13 points, given 8. You know what I'm saying? He comes down and just kind of, screws around. All of a sudden, there's 2 seconds left on the shot clock, and he's throwing up a dumb shot of like a fadeaway or something like that. Kid, all the time with my boy. So, Hey, you know what? It happens. I mean, you're never safe with a spread with LeBron unless you're up like 20. Then you're all right. You know what I'm saying? But you got to be given less than double digits.
No doubt. I got my man Benjamin Rowe on this morning. Got Jason Riley on the Reteach Philly Picks. What's happening, play? I know you were part of the Ducks last night. Glad to be on the same side with you as opposed to being on opposite ends. The picks out there, Nicholas J. Get Vegas. Bookie is out there, 55 to win 50. My boy Scott Weaver. What's going on, Scott? I have got to get in touch with you, Scott. Trust me, my schedule will be slowing down in about 5 days. My schedule will be back to normal as I have been on the edge between work, play, the kids, the wife. Everything's just been off the charts. I've been extremely busy, but I will get at you because my man has DM'd me up and asked me how I'm doing. And me and him keep in touch from here to there, speaking back and forth as he's been one of the guys that's been down with us since day one. Buddy the Dog is out there as well. Super Mario Winners. Ben Diaz, what's going on, player? Immaculate is out there as well. And Lou Dog, just to name a few.
All right, cool, man. Let's go over to the ice and see what we got. And we got a caller coming in today, kid.
The ice tonight is a problem.
Let's see what we got. All right, so we got the yeah, it is. Oh, you must be
the ice tonight is a problem.
Woo! We got the New York Rangers coming into the Tampa Biscuit Lightning. And Tampa Biscuit minus 127 with an under-over of 5.
The ice tonight is a problem, and I'd like to welcome Amanda Long to the show. Good morning this morning, Miss Long. Listen, guys, I love the Rangers. I thought the Rangers were going to win the Stanley Cup. As the playoffs have gone on, I have taken a different stance about that. I no longer necessarily think that the Rangers are going to win a Stanley Cup. I do believe that I believe the team in the West is going to win a Stanley Cup. Honestly, I believe it's going to be either the Ducks or Chicago, and I think it's going to be the Ducks. That being said, tonight's game, I got to tell you, I'm holding it down for the Rangers. But as the host of the Sports Bettors TV and the responsible gambling and all that we're supposed to promote, I got to tell you, it's either take Tampa or don't play. You cannot take the Rangers.
You don't think so, huh?
I don't think you could take them. And I know they've won. And I know they've won in Tampa. I know people are gonna be like, "Oh, but they beat them." I hear you, but it's just not supposed to happen like that. You know what I'm saying? And don't get me wrong, I'm rooting for them to win in Tampa tonight. I need them to win because I got the Rangers. It pays incredible if they get to the next round, but I just don't think that they're going to beat Tampa. I mean, like I said, the fatigue factor now on the goalie, I mean, it's got to be an issue at this point. And I know my man is dope. There's no doubt, Lundqvist is a dope goalie. I'm not going to shy away from that. But, they needed to get him some rest. They needed to get him rest. There were 2 games that they possibly could have rested him in. They didn't get him to rest. So now he's got to, and I hear you, professional athlete should be conditioned, tough it out. I hear all that. But no matter what, you still need some rest, mentally and physically. You know what I'm saying? It's not just always about the physical thing. So my thing is, I just don't feel that I don't feel the Rangers are going to get it done tonight. Something in my inside of me says it. And I'm going to be rooting. I want them to get it done. I hope I turn on the TV and they score right out of the gate. And it's a laugher because I got them. But I got to tell you, if you're going to bet this game, you cannot bet the Rangers here. You just can't bet them. You cannot. Because, it's the Lightning. They win. They move on to the next round. They're at home. Everything is in their favor. And I know we were here last series, the same situation, but the Lightning are a much better team. And, I think all that recipe, all that is a problem going to be for the Rangers. Now, I do think you could play the under in this game.
Really?
Yep.
Even with Tampa's offense being the way it is?
I think you could play the under in this game. It's a light lean, and the only reason I say it is because I think it'll be tight. I think the Rangers' defense will be better than it has been. They know they got to help out the goalie. So, and I think my man Lundqvist will be on point for the majority of it. He's not going to let a lot of goals in. And we know that the Rangers struggle scoring anyway. So, and that's my other issue with them is that they struggle scoring themselves. I think you could take the under in this game. I think it's going to be okay. It's a light lean, guys. I'm not telling you to go crazy, ham or nothing. It's a very light lean. And it's, off the top of my head, it is not 9:22 a.m. Eastern Standard Time that I'm making a call. So I haven't really done a lot of homework and research, but I honestly do think tonight's game will stay under in this hockey game.
All right, I'm taking a look at some potential futures here. We got Tampa Biscuits actually the odds-on favorite now to win the Stanley Cup, surprisingly. Plus 182 is the best you can get. Taking a look at this, Anaheim Ducks plus 260, New York Rangers plus 585, and the Chicago Blackhawks plus 605.
I don't know why I don't think the Lightning. The Lightning are good. Don't get me wrong. I like them. I don't think they're better than the Blackhawks or the Ducks.
That's what the odds makers think.
Yeah, I think the Ducks got this. I think the Ducks win this whole thing. Honestly, by watching them play, I think they win the whole thing. They got some defensive issues that they need to tighten up, though. But I do think the Ducks will win the whole thing.
All right. So we'll go from there. So you're looking at that. I don't like that under, man. I don't like the game, period. If anything, maybe you get like an in-game wager going on with that, like we talked about yesterday.
I hear you.
It's tough. Maybe you can get the Rangers, plus 1.5 or something with a decent price while the game is going. That might not be such a bad play, especially if you think it's going to be low and tight like that. Something to take a look at, guys. Something to take a look at. So, Dream, what do you want to do? Let's shoot over to the MLBs and see what we got popping over there.
Son, I'm at the park yesterday, right?
Yeah. Here we go. All right.
And in Connecticut, because it's not fully hot. I'm choking. Excuse me. In Connecticut, because it's not like off the charts hot here. It's like hot but warm. So in other words, girls aren't completely naked yet. All right. We got some girls that are completely, are down to the booty shorts and half naked because they just are dying to get out of their clothes. And then you got the other girls that are just running around with the leggings because the leggings is holding a lot of that stuff in and got it looking crazy. So you got a smorgasbord of looks as far as the girls are concerned out there, right? So now, my whole thing is, while I was sitting there, I'm like, some of the clothes that girls wear, just, even though it's dope looking, it looks so uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, let's think about the thong for a minute, all right? I absolutely love the thong. Don't get me wrong, the thong is dope, right? But, fellas, when your boxer slides like a half an inch, right, up your thigh too high, aren't you like mad uncomfortable and gotta get that thing out of there? So how does the girl walk with that thong like all day? Baby girls are like just dope with it.
I don't know,
what I'm saying?
player.
Even the leggings, that one like Halloween, you tried to be Batman, so you decided to throw on some tights or something. And you were like, if you didn't have the cape part, didn't you feel like mad uncomfortable in them legging pants? You were like, whoa, I can't go out in these. But girls just be out there just like nothing, like just comfortable, cool. I'm like, how do they do it?
I guess that's, from what I understand, that's more comfortable than anything is the thong.
I know. I hear the leggings is comfortable. I know. I hear that all the time. Thank God they are.
Yes. Hey, you know what? It's tis the season right now for all the beautiful stuff to be coming out. That's all I got to say about that. We'll keep it moving from there, Dream. All right. I got AZ Wildcat on here. I got Doc on here. I got 5-1 Frank Vinculato, the Pick Monitor, soccer's finest. Good morning, guys. How's everybody doing out there? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a DM into our guest right now. Got my man Lex Ka, good friend of mine, was out in Las Vegas, partied with us. He's been looking at some MLBs. And I want to see what he's got to say about, I think he wants to talk a little bit of no-score first innings.
Oh, bet.
So let me put a little message in him, give us a call, and see what he's got to say today, brother. He's definitely going to be bringing the steam. He's coming from the West Coast, and had a good time with him in the club, man.
No doubt.
We definitely tore it up out there. And taking a look at this, let me get him in and see if I can punch his ass in here. Do I got my man Lex Ka Wins on the line today?
Oh, good morning, players. What's going on?
How you doing, brother?
Oh, I'm doing fucking fantastic. How are you guys doing?
We're doing fantastic, other than the PG-13 language that we like to keep, my man.
My apologies. Yeah, I'm a little excited. You know, we're on the West Coast over here, guys. You know, that's how we do it.
Definitely. So, dude, how'd you end up doing this weekend?
Man, you know, I ended up grinding up to about plus $5.50, $550. Thank God for baseball. I made about $1,000 in baseball this week. But hockey killed me. Excuse my language, guys.
You ain't the only one, but how you been destroying me?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, speaking of destroying, how about the Clippers, Dream?
Oh, dude, please. I'm trying. The Clippers is why I couldn't even celebrate my win yesterday.
Oh, they killed me. This whole week has been horrible, man. Clippers and Rangers.
Yeah,
definitely. It's been awful.
You know, it seems like with the hockey, it just seems like the teams that are not supposed to win come out and win each game in these respective series, man. It's
road teams.
You know what I mean? Yeah, the road teams. And you know what? That's what I'm thinking. You know, tonight, hey, you never know if everything holds true other than last night's game with the Ducks. I mean, you know, the Rangers could very well come in according to these trends and win the game. So
hey, I'm hoping the Rangers do, but I just don't think it happens tonight.
Yeah, I don't see it either. I mean, but then again, I mean, the Blackhawks almost won with 2 minutes left yesterday. It's insane right now.
Oh,
you just have no clue.
Definitely. So, Lex, where are you from, dude? You're from West Coast. Whereabouts?
I'm in Carmel, California.
All right, nice.
The middle of California.
We had a hell of a good time with you in Las Vegas, kid, at the club. How crazy was that club out there, man?
It was crazy. I still can remember Dream dancing right now. It's honest. I mean, walking in and Dream's up on top of some like rafter or something, dancing. And I'm like pointing at this guy. I'm like, "Hey, that's not the bouncer. That's the Dream. What the hell's going on here?" He was having a blast, man.
Oh man,
dude, that was
I
what?
love the party. Which is half of my problem.
That was the craziest experience ever.
If I could shake all my party, and my marriage would be perfect.
Oh, definitely, bro. So what you got to talk about today, man? You said you wanted to discuss a little bit on the diamond, bro. Are you looking at no score first innings? Is that what I read correctly here?
Yeah, there's actually a lot of yes scores. I know you guys like the no scores, but I was actually looking at a couple of games where there's yes scores. And yes scores are usually, you know, profitable because they're plus money. So, I mean, if you're interested, definitely want to talk about some of them.
I'm all ears with that, Dream, because you and I, dude, we've been the no score first inning things, but you know, a score in the first inning, especially like when you have like crazy win in the you know, in the park or whatever. Talk to me about what you've been seeing, dude. What would make you take a score in a first inning other than, you know, obviously high ERAs and, you know, offensive production and stuff like that?
Yeah, well, just consistency. You know, it's either a rookie pitcher or somebody who just, you know, a sluggish start. You know, for example, in the Cubs-Nationals game today, you know, Jordan Zimmerman in his last 5 starts are all wins, obviously, but he's been playing, you know, the Braves, Miami, the Yankees. But in his last, I want to say 7 of his last 8 games, if you hit the yes score on the first inning prompt, you cashed 7 of his last 8 games, man. And that's, you know, we're considering a high quality pitcher, you know, above average, right? And he just, I mean, either his team is, you know, offensively ready in the first inning, coming out of batting practice, or he just doesn't have it, you know?
You know
so
what?
That's a game I would highly recommend.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at this, and, you know, Dr. Dan doesn't like these no-score first innings at all. And he says that some of these pitchers, you know, do take a little while to get settled in. One thing I noticed is that, I mean, it's obvious that you are facing the top of the lineup. So you're facing the creme de la creme of the, you know, of the offensive lineups when you're doing this. So, You know what? You may be onto something here, man. So you're saying that how many out of the last 8? 7 out of the last 8?
Sorry, it was 8 out of the last 9 Zimmerman starts this year.
Yep.
Including his last 5, the yes score is cashed.
I could believe that.
Yeah, that's the dream's boy.
I was involved with a blow up out of Zimmerman.
Yeah, and he's playing. He's getting to face Kyle Kendricks, who's coming off a complete game, and either that guy's head is going to be huge from confidence, or his arm's going to be dead after throwing 108 pitches. So Kendricks coming off 4 days, and then you got Zimmerman, who already is like a lock with 4 first inning scores. I mean, it seems like, give me plus money, I'll take it. Take a shot.
So you're talking about the score first inning, then, because I know there's that yes. There's 2 plays. There's the yes play, and then there's also the score first inning, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm talking about that somebody will score. One of the 2 teams will score.
Right. Okay, got you. That means that's score first inning. Yep, got it. Okay, just making sure.
I mean, like
guys,
yesterday, like honestly, Dream, like you had the Phillies Mets no score, right?
Yep.
The rookie pitcher that played for Phillies, every single outing, they had a score in the first inning yesterday.
That was Gonzalez. Gonzalez actually was pitching pretty well. I think I want to say the first 6 outs that the Phillies had, other than letting up that run, but he struck out the sides in the first 2 innings. So he was doing his damage. But yeah, and I did. They were saying something yesterday, Dream, and you think this is wrong, but the announcers are saying something in like 23 games this year. The Mets have scored a run in the first inning.
I think that's because I know I've played the Mets like twice in the no score. They're like one of the teams that I use, and they don't score in the first inning. So I don't know.
Maybe it was 23 of their games total.
Okay,
that it happened in. You know what I mean? But so Lex, you're looking at this. I mean, when you do the no score, it's usually you're either laying anywhere from like minus 115 juice to minus 180, and with that, you're probably getting plus money on everything, right?
Right. Yeah, and the serious no-score game is definitely, like you were saying, with the Mets-Phillies. DeGrom is pitching, and he's going against Jerome Williams, who's not necessarily the worst first-inning pitcher. So that's going to be a definite no-score first-inning kind of game for me.
Okay. All right. So are you doing a lot of these?
No, I just got into these because I've been watching the Dream do them, and yesterday I hit the yes score on the Mets Phillies, so I think they're profitable.
All right. So you're looking at
I respect, because Hatter and I have talked about when I was at the beginning of the season, these weren't winning, and Hatter and I were talking about going actually the opposite way with them, and going with the score. But to play devil's advocate, because they have come back around, I've been doing a lot better with them as of late. But my thing is there's a lot of, I believe there's more avenues against you for the score than there are for you. You know what I'm saying? In other words, okay, yeah, you might have the pitcher who's not in sync, who comes out dusty, but aside from him just throwing a meatball that's getting hit out the park, the rest of the defense can make up for, because even if the pitcher throws a lousy pitch, it's still that ground ball in the dirt that's still thrown over the first for an out.
Right.
You know what I'm
you
saying?
gotta worry about,
or a pop fly,
well,
a ball hit foul that a guy catches, that the player catches is and out. So it's like you got there's a lot of things working against you as far as this. I think there's more vices against you in the score, which is probably why it's plus money.
Exactly.
Than the no score first inning, because there's so many, just the ump calling, strikes balls, or balls strikes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Definitely. I really look at them as a gamble, to be honest with you. But I think if you select your spots, methodically, and you're not playing, just to play, just to be a junkie, you know what I'm saying? I think that, you can figure this whole thing out. Me personally,
I love the Zimmerman. But sorry to cut you off, but the Zimmerman dude, I might get right on that with you.
Is that gonna?
That dude is dusty.
Yeah, he's pretty bad in the first inning. He's pretty bad.
Yeah. All right. So we're looking at the score a yes first inning with the Washington Nasties and the Chicago Cubs. Do we have a total on that game yet?
The only thing I don't like with the Cubs is the Cubs are playing at 7 o'clock today, which is not usually their time.
Yeah, right. Well, I guess they play a handful of night games, as far as city ordinances are concerned. So let me just take a look here and see if I can find a total on that game, because it's all relative. I mean, if you got a total that's 9, then your no-score first inning is probably going to be like or score first inning is probably going to be like even money. Where if it's 7, it would be more of a dog play and higher juice. So let me just take a look and see what we got here. MLB lines. Just pulling it up, guys. I apologize about this. So you're looking at that one. You looking at any other ones, dude?
Yeah, as far as another yes score, I would say the Texas game versus the Indians, Texas Rangers. I mean, you got 2 coin flip teams, but Danny Salazar, the pitcher for the Indians, in the last 7 starts, the yes score is cashed.
Really?
7 of 8 starts. So that's another one if I can get plus money with Danny Salazar, I'm going to take a shot.
Dude, I'll tell you what, man. This Texas Rangers team is no joke. They put up another 10 spot yesterday. They put up another 10 spot. Unbelievable, dude. How many runs is that in the last 3 games? I mean, if you think about it, it was 15-2 against the Stanks. Then they scored 10. Then I want to say they scored 10 in the game before that. So you're looking at like 35 runs in 3 games, man. So if there's any team right now with them and maybe like the Blue Jays that have had the hottest bats in the last few days, I mean, definitely something to take a look at.
I think there was 4 combined runs in the first inning between the Indians and the Rangers yesterday.
All right.
Crazy.
All right, cool. So you're looking at the Texas Rangers and Cleveland Indians score in the first inning. You're 8.5 on the total there, so it's probably, if I had to guess, you're probably at like a plus 115, maybe plus 120 in that matchup. What happens, guys, is these are actually called these are props. So if you're on a book or you're in Las Vegas or wherever the hell you are, go to the props section and you'll find these props. There's player props, there's team props, there's all that. It's under the team props where you can actually get, or the game props rather, where you can get either a score in the first inning or a score in the or no score in the first inning. So hey, dude, you know what? I'm with you, man. I'm gonna start looking at these, Lex.
Yeah, I mean, 'cause the no scores are, if you lose it, it's just kind of like, it really sucks. But a yes score, you're going to feel like $1 million if you hit one, because, I mean, it's kind of like, the holy grail, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and especially if you could start off a parlay with something like that, like a plus money right out the gate. Dream, you know what? This might not be such a bad thing to start looking at.
Nope, I agree with you.
Yeah, so especially with plus money. So, all right, Lex, are you looking at any games in particular on a side or a total or anything? Because I'm going to start breaking some of these down.
Yeah. If we can go over like the Marlins Pirates game.
All right. Let's see. Let me pull this up and get my little intro on what's going on here. All right, so we got the Miami.
Score first inning yesterday went 11-4.
Wow.
11 out of the 15 games, 11 games scored in the first inning, and only 4 had no score the first inning.
Wow. So
all
all them underdog plays, dude. Imagine that. Should have got you on yesterday, player.
Well, I feel awesome now. I was able to pick out one of the 4 that had no score first inning.
Oh yeah, right. Good job, Dream. Yes, definitely. Let's take a look at this real quick. So we got the Miami Marlins coming into the Pittsburgh Pirates. Miami has Urena on the mound, or Urena. Urena. Going against Pittsburgh with Jeff Locke on the mound. Pittsburgh minus 150 with an under-over of 8. I said that Jeff Locke had no business giving minus 150 in his last outing, but this is the Miami Marlins coming in. And the Miami Marlins been stinking, but I'm curious to know what you've got to say. I mean, this Jose Urena guy has no numbers. So what are you looking at, Lex?
Yeah, and this is he actually got pulled in because I think Matt Latos, gas can Matt Latos got yanked for this game, it looks like. And the Marlins, against lefties, they're 5-0 to the over. And, Mr. Stinky Jeff Locke is pitching today, and he's allowing 3.6 earned runs in his last 5 starts per 5 innings, per first 5 innings. And you don't know anything about Urena, like you said. I'm loving the first 5 innings over 4.5, whatever I can get today. I'll lay the juice with that. That just seems like a no-brainer to me, that they're going to score runs.
I'm kind of feeling that, actually. Yesterday I actually cashed a it was part of the parlay, so it didn't cash, but it was one leg that won. It was the under 6.5. Dude, I had 6.5 for the first 5 innings with the Cubs and Nasties yesterday.
Awesome.
I'm going to start looking at these first 5 innings totals. I like that idea, and I think, Pittsburgh bats, recently have been somewhat decent. They did score, it was only 4 runs yesterday, but 9 and 8 the games before that. And they're riding a 4-game winning streak here. So you said you can get 4 to 4.5 right now?
That's what I had capped it at. I'd have to look right now on 5 dimes. Oh, excuse me, 5 dizzle. Yeah, sorry about that.
All right, cool, man. Dream, you got that first 5 inning pulled up?
I don't. They usually don't have it up this early.
Yeah, all right. So we'll have to plug that out later on, man, and see what we got, Mr. Lex Ka, and see what we have with that.
I would say it's an assumed number of 4 or 4.5 right now.
I would agree with you. You got a 7.5 total there, so you're probably 4.5. I would say you're right. So you're going with the over in that.
Yeah, I would definitely hit the over in that. I'll take the shot especially because Jeff Locke's pitching. And he doesn't have a good ability to get out of the inning. Once he starts loading the bases.
Oh no, I got it. I'm sorry, I do have the first 5 innings. Which game are you guys looking at again?
Marlins Pirates.
Here it is. I'm sorry. It is minus 145.
Wow.
No. He's
what do
looking
you want?
at.
You want the total number?
Total first 5 innings.
Oh, it's the under over is 4.
4.
Yep.
Lex,
4.
that's a number, dude. 4.
Yeah, so that's even better because you're getting that half point. You don't even have to lay the extra half point. You just have to lay 4. So if you push, no harm, no foul.
All right,
yeah,
cool.
4 is good.
All right, man. I'm going to look at that with you, brother. You and I are going to go back and forth on some of these plays. My man Nonstop Sports Picks is also telling me that they tested the score first inning at plus money over a long haul, and it was profitable. So, hey, dude, you might be onto something, man. Hey, you know what? That's what we're blessed about. Having everybody with the SBTVNation kid all combining our efforts and finding new stuff, man. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of options out there. So let's keep it running, man. You got anything else you're looking at, or is that pretty much going to do it for you?
No. If you're looking at the first 5 over, I have another game I think is going to go first 5 over, and that's the Diamondbacks Cardinals.
St. Lucia Cardinals, kid. They were up 2-0 on me yesterday. I was loving it, feeling really good, and then they let Arizona get a 2-run blast and tied a game. It gave me a stomach ache. But, they ended up pulling it out at the end. But let me take a look at this. Today is May 26th. We got the Arizona Diamondbacks coming into the St. Lucia Cardinals. Arizona has Archie Bradley. St. Lucia has Jamie Garcia. St. Lucia minus 165 with an under-over of 7.5. So you're saying that over, first 5 innings in that game, you're feeling as well.
Yeah, you got Archie Bradley on the mound today, and ever since he got beamed in the head from his last 2 starts coming off the disabled list, his he's just been horrific. He's also sporting a 6.5 road ERA in his last 3 starts, and all of his road starts have gone over.
Okay, so are you looking at the first 5, or are you looking at the whole game?
Yeah, first 5 innings over and whole game. To be honest, I think they're both in the cash.
Interesting. Dream, what do you think about that?
Yeah.
I'm mixed. You know how I am with the baseball, dude.
Yeah.
So I'm just listening. I'm gonna listen and watch you guys because my baseball, it's just not. It's not there. So I'm not gonna try to front like it is and give my 2 cents when I'm not really involved in it like you are. So I'm just playing the back.
I got it. The only concern I would have with that, Lex, is Garcia has a he's been pitching pretty well this year. He's got a 2.57 ERA. Let me take a look at some of this other stuff. And there's a lot of under trends. So if we can get that at 4, it might be something to take a look at, brother.
Yeah, that's what I capped it at, too, at 4.
Okay. All right. So you're looking at the over first 5 in the Arizona-St. Lucia game as well. Okay.
Yeah. And the Cardinals are averaging 4 runs a game versus right-handers. And, they got 23 wins because of that. So, Artie's pretty much a cupcake out there on the mound. So, sounds good to me.
Love it, man. Love it. I'm gonna do my own homework on this stuff, just like we encourage the entire SBTV Nation to do. Guys, listen, you know what? We all have our opinions, but we want everybody to do their own homework before you hit submit on the betting line. That's all I gotta say about that. Mr. Lex Ka wins, kid. Yo, man, you and I have been going back and forth forever, dude. Since the beginning, since the evolution of SBTV, man, since our first videos, and dude, I really appreciate you coming on, showing us support every day, man, showing up in Las Vegas, dude, just everything that you've done for us, man. We so much appreciate you.
No doubt, definitely, man, because I know, and not getting into naming any names or getting into any specifics, but I know you went ham in our, defending us out there with some of the nonsense that goes on, and I want to thank you for that personally myself, because that's really cool.
No worries. You guys are, you're coming on here every day. You make my morning better with your show, and I really appreciate that. And I just felt like, people are attacking you unnecessarily. They need to stay in their own lane and stay off Twitter and go clear their heads before they come at other people. There's just a lot of people that need to stay off Twitter, it seems like, lately. So,
yes.
I appreciate what you guys do, man.
Thanks so much, dude. So, guys, this is my man, Lex Ka Wins, LEXKAWINS on Twitter. Dude, thanks so much, man, for calling in. You got anything else to plug before we close out?
Yeah. Let me give you 2 money line dogs. I like the Rockies today, and I like the Twins.
Kid, the Twins are always a dog. And they always win.
They have 15 wins at home, and they're money line hum dogs.
Wow.
Forget it. I'll take it.
Yeah, they got Big Pelf on the mound. Let's see. Boston Red Sox have the Minnesota Twins. Boston has, and I can see why you're doing this as well, Clay Buchholz on the mound. Minnesota has Michael Pelfrey. Minnesota is plus 110. Boston minus 130 with an under-over of 8. Wow. You might be onto something there. You know what the only challenges I have with this? When these teams like Boston are coming in and sliding like that, it's almost like they're due a win at some point. But if you look at this and put that out of your brain, then obviously Minnesota is definitely something to look at as a solid play. You know what I mean? And then you like the Colorado Rockies as well.
Yeah, the Cincinnati Reds are 0-9, and again, they're laying juice as a home favorite. And today they're starting some guy out of the bullpen. Thank you very much. I'll take the plus money today with the Rockies against a guy who's only had 3 innings of work in 2 weeks. Thank you.
Yeah, man. When you're putting a bullpen guy out there for a start, I'd like to see what, over the last 2 years, how they've pitched. I know they're all different and all that, but, it's just a whole different situation because you're expecting someone that's normally pitching, 1 to 2 innings to go out there and pitch 7 or 8. So we'll see where it ends up, man. So I'm going to look at this later on with you, dude. You and I are going to go back and forth on these and see if we can make some money tonight, brother.
No doubt. I appreciate you guys letting me come on the show.
Oh, anytime, man. You're the bomb, dude. And, hey, man. We'll be seeing you back out in Las Vegas at some point.
Definitely.
Yeah, looking forward to it. You guys have a great weekend, all right?
You too, brother. Take care.
Thank you so much.
Take it easy, Vlad. Thank you.
Later.
All right, Dream. So let's finish off this baseball
I'm
card.
feeling dope because looking at these numbers, the fact that I've even been able to pick out the small bit of winners I have with the no score first innings.
Yes. Hey, dude, you know what? Hey, dude, he's on to something, though, man. You get plus.
I'm with you. Hey, listen, you know me. I'm going to get in the lab and take a look at it. I'm always interested in any ideas, anybody has any differences. We were looking at we were looking last year at the first 5 inning thing. You remember that?
Yeah, that was my man C2 that came on and turned us on to that.
Yeah, we were looking at that last year. We also were looking at, because I know Game Changer does a lot of those as well. The no score, not the no score, the under the totals with the first 5 innings. We were looking at that, so it's definitely something that needs to be looked at. Obviously. Yeah,
especially at plus money.
Yeah,
especially at plus money. That's all I got to say about that. All right, so guys, let's finish off with this MLB and see what we've got here. All right, so. We got the cases of Royals coming into the New York Stanks. How about the Stanks yesterday, son? Kid.
That's the stuff that ticks you off.
I had them, and they wanted to go ham the next day.
That ticks you off. That right there just makes you angry.
Oh, tell me about it. And K-Sizzle has Jason Vargas on the mound. New York Yanks have Adam Warren. New York Stanks are minus 115 with an under-over of 8. What you got there, brother?
Hold on one second as I'm pulling it up as we speak. Here we go.
I got it. Jason Vargas has a 5.26 ERA with a 3-1 record. Adam Warren has a 4.26 with a 2-3 record. K-Sizzle's 5-2 straight up in the last 7 games. The Stanks, as you know, they're losers of 10 out of 12, but they did win huge yesterday, 14-1. I don't like this series.
All right.
I don't like this series. You know what? I mean, we were talking about K-Sizzle, being an underdog yesterday, and obviously you can tell why. I'm going to fall back from this, guys. I don't have an opinion. If anything, I would lean over in a matchup like that, but then, as soon as I say that, it would go under. So I'm going to fall back from it and go to the next one here. Next one we got on the ticket, we got the Houston Astros coming into the Baltimore Orioles. Houston has Scott Feldman on the mound. Boston has Chris Tillman. Baltimore has Chris Tillman. Baltimore minus 115 with an under-over of 9.
The Astros are 29-17. They're 14-7 on the road. Feldman is 3-4 with a 5.17 ERA. The Orioles are 20-22, 14-9 at home. Tillman is 2-5 with a 6.10 ERA.
I kind of like Houston here. There's your track, kid.
Mm-hmm.
All right, taking a look at this. Houston has 4.46 runs a game, where Baltimore 4.43. Houston's superior in most categories here. The only problem I see here is Mr. Feldman. 5.17 ERA, like you said. Both pitchers, bro, over 5 runs a game on an ERA is concerned. So,
right.
But I'm struggling with this over. It's 9. And that would be when Baltimore scores, 2 runs. So I'm going to fall back from that. I don't like the game at all.
Okay.
We'll keep it moving. Miami-Pittsburgh, we already talked about that. I don't think Jeff Locke has any business giving minus 150. However, the Marlins do stink really, really bad. So I think we're going to fall back from that. Washington Nasties at Chicago. We talked about it with Mr. Zimmerman and Kyle Hendricks on the mound. Washington minus 115. We do not have a total, but, kid, that total yesterday, bro, was 11.5 for the game that we discussed. And they scored 3 runs in the total game.
Wow.
Yes. I did the first 5 innings with the under 6.5, and it was a laugher. But like I said, I didn't win any money because I was included in a parlay. Next one we got on the ticket, we got the Chicago White Sox at the Toronto Blue Jays. Chicago White Sox have John Danks on the mound. Toronto has R.A. Dickey. Toronto minus 160 with an under-over of 9. What you got there?
Chicago is 19 and 22. They are 7 and 13 on the road. Danks is 2 and 4 with a 5.11 ERA. Dickey is 2 and 5 with a 5.49 ERA. The Blue Jays are 21 and 26. They're 13 and 11 at home.
All right, taking a look at this, guys. They're really adjusting these totals, man. If I had an 8 there, I would have banged the total of a 9. You know what I'm saying? But it's 9 now. So I think I'm going to fall back from that, guys. Just because, I'm not worried about Toronto's bats. I'm more worried about the White Sox. It just seems like they can't hit the ball. You know what I mean? So
see, my thing with you, like whenever I get a pick from you, it's like cool for like 15 minutes, and then it's like, well, wait a minute, maybe I should go the other way, and then maybe I should go back the first way, and then lively get out of it.
Son, I don't understand.
I struggle with a pick from you because I need you there with me throughout the game. You know what I'm saying? As you flip-flop back and forth through it 500 times.
I don't understand how you don't understand what I do.
No, I understand what you do. I
don't understand because you wouldn't knock it if you understood it. Son.
I understand what you do. I like it in some situations, but you do it like every game, and I'm not feeling.
Okay,
I don't feel the every game movement.
Right. So guys, here's what I had yesterday. I had $300 that paid $500 on a parlay. Okay, I got my first game to win. My second game, I was up 2-0 with the St. Louis Cardinals. I want to say it was in the 6th inning. I found a live line with the Arizona Diamondbacks plus 850. So what I did to back myself up, just in case something crazy happened, dude, I only had a 2-0 lead in St. Louis. So I say, you know what? Let me take $40 of my winnings, put it on Arizona. It pays $340 just in case Arizona comes back. You know what I mean? Because I kind of wanted to just chill at that point. I was on the grill. I was having some beers. You know what I mean? The last thing I wanted to do was be in stomachache. And if, Arizona came back. Son, sure enough, the minute I did that, I want to say it was like the next inning, Arizona comes down and ties the game 2-2. So now I was like, oh man, I may lose this game. And Arizona had the bases loaded, bro. And I want to say it was the top of the 10th inning with 1 out. So I could have lost that game, and instead of losing my $300, I either won $40 or $440.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or $450, whatever it ended up being. So, guys, that's how I back myself up with some of these plays, man. Sometimes, Dream, sometimes it depends on the situation. Like if I just want to chill and not be, heated, I'll be more inclined to do that. You know what I mean? So anyway, that's my little explanation of how I do things. So next one we got on the ticket, we got the Philadelphia Phillies coming into the New York Mets. Philadelphia has Jerome Williams on the mound. New York Mets have Jacob deGrom. Mets minus 200 with an under-over of 7.5. DeGrom was really good in his last outing versus St. Lucia.
About time.
Yeah, no kidding. What you got there?
DeGrom is 5-4 with a 2.75 ERA. The Mets are 25-21. They are 18-6 at home. The Phillies are 19-28. They are 7-18 away. Williams is 3-4 with a 5.44 ERA.
It's too much juice, man. Minus 200. Can't do it. I can't do it. Jacob deGrom has just punched me in the face too much this year. I can't do it. I mean, guys, correct me if I'm wrong there, but, maybe something like that is maybe you look at the dog as like a plus 1.5 or something like that. I'm not quite sure what I want to do yet, but we'll keep it moving. We talked about Colorado, Cincinnati. I think that's personally a nasty game, but my boy Lex Kyle was on Colorado, so I'm going to talk with him later on and see what his thoughts are. Next one we got on the ticket, we got what is this? I'm looking at St. Lucia, my bad. I got the Seattle Mariners coming into the Tampa Biscuit Rays. Seattle has J.A. Happ on the mound. Tampa Biscuit, Alex Colomé. Tampa Biscuit minus 115 with an under-over of 7. What you got?
All right, the Seattle Mariners are 21-23. They are 10-13 on the road. Happ is 3-1 with a 3.61 ERA. The Rays are 24-22, 13-12 at home. You got, what's that, Cologne?
Yes.
Cologne is 3-1 with a 4.81 ERA.
Tampa Biscuit's superior in like every single category here, dude. Looking at the respective ERAs, you know, this total is kind of low. I did call Kid. How about my call yesterday saying it would go under? You know, if I had a little bit more offensive firepower out of these teams, I would take the over. But you know what? For me, I'm going to fall back from this, guys. I can't do it. Sorry. Listen, yesterday, what'd I have? All them plays yesterday, and today I'm struggling to find one. Next one we got on the ticket, we got the Texas Rangers at the Cleveland Indians. We talked about that game as well. Texas has Wandy Rodriguez on the mound. Cleveland has Danny Salazar. Cleveland minus 160 with an under-over of 8.5. What you got there?
The Cleveland Indians are 20-24. They are 9-13 at home. Salazar is 5-1 with a 3.50 ERA. The Rangers are 22-23. They are 16-10 on the road. Rodriguez is 2-2 with a 3.38 ERA.
How could you bet against the Texas Rangers right now?
Exactly, they're on fire.
What plus 140 juice they're getting as well. They are winners of 5 straight games, and they've been laying the smacketh down on these teams. Last 4 games, let's see, 10 runs, 5 runs, 10 runs, 8 runs. Wow. Oh, wait. 10 runs, 5 runs, 8 runs. That's what they've been doing. I don't know, man. You know what? No opinion here. No way. And 15 runs against the Yanks as well. Next one we got on the ticket, we got the Boston Red Sox at the Minnesota Twins. Boston, like we talked about, has Clay Buchholz on the mound. Minnesota has Mr. Pelfrey. Boston minus 130 with an under-over of 8. And I'm kind of feeling what Lex is saying about Minnesota as a dog. I almost want to get Minnesota plus 1.5. But what you got there?
Hold on. Minnesota, we've got, let's see. It went off the screen. Here it is. Minnesota, Big Pelf is, first of all, overall, Minnesota's 26-18. They are 15-6 at home. Big Pelf is 3-1 with a 3.00 ERA, which has not been all that bad. The Red Sox, 21-24, 11-12 on the road. Buchholz is 2-5 with a 4.58 ERA.
I kind of want to take Minnesota plus the 1.5. I'll get back to you guys later on, man. I got a lot of homework to do today. Next game we got on the ticket, and Mr. Scott Weaver's giving me all kinds of information, man. I appreciate it. Sorry, I'm doing a bunch of different things here. San Fran's got Madison Bumgarner on the mound. Milwaukee has Matt Garza. San Francisco minus 145 with an under-over of 7.5. What you got there?
All right, the Giants are 26-20. They are 12-11 on the road. Bumgarner's 5-2, 2.84 ERA. The Brewers are 16-30. They are 8-16 at home. Garza is 2-8 with a 5.71 ERA.
All right, dude. For me on this game, damn, this is like a nasty card. I mean, I really want to take the Giants. I mean, just the way they've been playing, they've been incredible.
And Weaver, since the Giants and Bumgarner are facing the Brewers today, Milwaukee is last in the MLB versus lefty, batting .200.
I don't know, man. San Francisco 9-2 straight up in the last 11 games, man. 9-2, kid. Milwaukee's 1-5 straight up in the last 6. You know, just when you think Milwaukee is going to be awful is when they win that game and blow up your bankroll, blow up your parlays, blow up the whole package. So I'm going to fall back from that. I don't like that game either. Next one we got on the ticket, we got the Arizona Diamondbacks coming into the St. Lucia Cardinals. We talked about this game as well with Arizona, maybe a first, Lex was talking about a first 5, over. Arizona, Archie Bradley on the mound. St. Lucia has Garcia. St. Lucia minus 165 with an under-over of 7.5. We already talked about the ERAs and stuff there. St. Louis should win, could win, probably will win, but I don't think I'm going to put my money on that. Next one we got on the ticket here, we got the Detroit Tigers at the Oakland A's. Detroit has David Price on the mound. Oakland has Jesse Chavez. Detroit minus 120 with an under-over of 7. What you got there, Dream?
Detroit Tigers are 26-20. They are 12-8 away. Price is 3-1 with a 3.32 ERA. The Athletics are 17-30 with a 6-14 at home. Chavez is 1-4 with a 2.89 ERA as well. Scott Weaver gives us some more information. He actually plugged this game as well. David Price and the Tigers face the A's today. The A's are batting only .212 versus lefties in 27 out of 30 games.
You know something? Thank you very much, Scott. I appreciate that information, and I'm looking at this, and I'm looking at how bad Detroit has been lately. I'm also looking at how horrific the Oakland A's have been. I think Oakland A's got their victory out of their system yesterday, and I have a feeling that the Detroit Tigers are going to come into town and lay the smackdown. Well, they never lay the smackdown. Anytime I win, they usually win by 1 run. So, and it's always a stomach ache. So, I'm going to get my Pepto-Bismol ready tonight. My Maalox, the whole package. I'm going to sit down and I'm going to watch the Detroit Tigers with my money with David Price, and I'm going to take them tonight minus 120 juice. That's my one play I got so far, brother. The Detroit Tigers today. What do you think?
All right.
Next one we got on the ticket, we got the San Diego Padres at the L.A. Angels. San Diego has Despain on the mound. L.A. has Matt Schumacher. L.A. minus 170 with an under-over of 8. What you got there, brother?
The Padres are 21-25. They're 10-13 away. Despain is 2-3 with a 6.11 ERA. The Angels are 23-22, 11-9 at home. Schumacher is 3-4 with a 6.29 ERA.
All right, I'm taking a look at this. I took the over last time with Despain on the mound, and he actually pitched pretty good. If you look at these respective ERAs for these pitchers, guys, they're both over 6 runs. And San Diego can hit the ball. They are averaging 4.26 runs a game. That was when the last game when I took the over was a 3-0 Cubs victory there. The total, I get it, has gone under in a lot of these games with these respective teams. The total's only 8 here, guys. You know, I'm really leaning the over in this game. I will give it out later if it's something I want to do. I want to take a look at what the rosters are and see, you know, if we have any heavy hitters out of the lineup or whatever. But my initial lean, if I had to guess right now, if the rosters are what I think they're going to do in the lineups, I would take the over here in this matchup. I like the over in this San Diego LA game. That's a 10:05 start, so I got 2 10:05 starts, kid. I'm going to be up late tonight. Damn. Whatever. Next one I got on the ticket is the final one. We got the Atlanta Braves coming into the L.A. Dodgers. Atlanta has Terahan on the mound. L.A. has Clayton Kershaw. L.A. minus 250 with an under-over of 6. What you got?
The Braves are 22-22, 10-12 away. Terahan is 4-1 with a 3.91 ERA. The Dodgers are 27-17, 20-6 at home. Kershaw is 2-3 with a 4.32 ERA.
All right, dude. I don't like this game at all.
Yep.
I hate when the Dodgers are giving minus 250 juice to anybody. Dude, Kershaw's ERA is over 4 runs this year.
Yep.
It's not like he's that dope.
Right.
I mean, he was dope last year, don't get me wrong, you know. But Atlanta 7-3 straight up in the last 10 games. And they had the lead for most of that game yesterday.
Right.
No opinion. You know what, guys? You know, I know we're juice monsters here and all that, and we give a lot of juice with other sports, you know, football, hockey. But in baseball, I tend to stay away from it, man. I don't like giving this over 200 juice in baseball. It just doesn't do it for me, man. I'm falling back from this. I don't like it.
Cool.
I mean, Terahan has got a 4-1 record as well. He's got a better record than Kershaw. All right. So the 2 games I like tonight. My favorite play of the day is the Detroit Tigers. I think they come into Oakland, and I think they get this victory. And I'm looking at the over in the Diego and LA Angels game. Those are my 2 plays of the day, with Detroit being my 5-star. But like I said, guys, it is 10:11 a.m. Eastern time right now. I got to take a look at it, do my homework. I'll put it out there a couple hours before the game. Once I see what the starting lineups are, then I'll put it out there. So that's pretty much it for me, Dream.
All right, and guys, we got the hockey. Listen, guys, here's my thing, and no knock. I know guys are making money on baseball, and you're doing your thing with baseball, and I'm not knocking you. That's awesome. Go get them. I'm real light into baseball because we got playoffs going on. I like the effort out of the athletes who are in the playoffs as opposed to regular season baseball, as there are a plethora of games still left with baseball. So my concentration right now is on NHL and NBA playoffs. So don't think I'm just, it's not just about me that I don't like baseball. It's more about that, I'd rather, put my money on guys that win or go home situation. So as I say that, we have from last night, we're going to be waiting on the Cavs tonight. And we're going to open up another parlay with the Cavs on the money line, and I'm going to close it out with Golden State. You don't have to close it tonight. You can wait till tomorrow if you want. I only see the line going up, not going down, but, do whatever you're comfortable with. So my recommendation is we're going to close out last night's play. If you didn't close it out and you left it open, well, we're waiting on the Cavs to close that out. And if you didn't play it, then open up a new one, Cavs, and leave it open or close it with Golden State. As far as the hockey game, I told you, light lean on the under, and that's only because I believe the game will be tight. It's a hard-fought game. The Rangers are fighting for their life. Obviously, they lose, they go home. The Tampa Bay will be a little bit pensive as well. The Rangers goalie should be on point, playing hard as he possibly can, even though fatigue is probably going to set in at some point with them, and a puck or a goal will be scored. We got a Rangers team with an anemic offense who aren't a scoring juggernaut at that as well. I do know that, I think the last two games in this series did go over. I am aware of that, but remember prior to that, we did have a bunch of unders, and I like it to stay under 5.5 would be is ideal. Is great if you can get 5.5, but you're probably going to end up with 5. I like it under 5, so you can roll with that.
What about some in-game wagering with that?
I really haven't played with that too much with the hockey. It's kind of hard to tell for me. But if guys want to get involved with that, sure, feel free. I mean, obviously you got to remember, not a lot of people have that available to them. You got guys dealing with locals, you got guys dealing straight up in Vegas, and not everybody's on the internet. So some guys can get it and some guys can't. So that's why I'm obviously we're big fans of the live betting here, but it's not available to our whole fan base.
Oh, definitely, man. And I just noticed your DMs now. Sorry about that.
Good luck.
All right, yeah, right. All right, guys. So we got my boy's got a very busy day. We gotta get the hell out of here today, man. I got a very busy day myself. All right, so what I'm looking at, and my man Doc is telling me that in the San Diego and LA series that the underdog is 10-1 this season when Tim Barrett is the ump. Okay, cool deal, Doc. Appreciate that. So I am feeling the Detroit Tigers today to get the job done with David Price. Dude, I can't remember the last time I bet with David Price because I'm not really, I'm not a big fan of him.
I know.
So, but I'm taking a shot with David Price minus 120. I think it's a really good value. So I'm going to take the Detroit Tigers today. It's probably going to be a stomach ache. Watch, I'll be down 1-0 screaming. But hey, you know what? It is what it is. And I'm looking at the over in the San Diego and LA game as well. So, Dream, what you got to do to close out of here?
Hey, just want to thank everybody for supporting the show. All the people that, each and every day give us a little bit of support, give us a little bit of shout-outs, give us a little bit of retweets. We got my man, the Kid Picks out there, Sonny Home Run Cards, Dave Wood is out there, Young Winner is out there as well, Jay Snyder, Vegas Girl 92661, my man Yato, Jay Cass, Rick Lopez, Direct Sports Solution, Philly Picks is out there, Max 48, Cash Action Bets, Kermit the Frog, Winning Picks, my boy Ben, the tennis capper, Sports the Gins out there, Uncle Louis Fury, Scott Weaver, thank you for your contributions to today's show as far as little tidbits, brother. I appreciate that. My man, the Wise One, is out there as well. Shy Picks is out there. Cody Davis, I see ya. TNT Picks, Bet and Beats APP. Go check out their app, guys. You can download the app for Bet and Beats. It's on I think it's on at the App Store and at the App Store on your iPhones. And then however you do it with your Samsungs, as I don't know because I don't have a Samsung. But they do have an app if you guys are interested in that. Rainmaker 512 is out there. Struck Goozy is out there as well. Curry Goat, Stephen O, Sir Mata, Joey, Songski, my man Mr. Solutions, Alejandro Yeps, LV White Shark is out there, and the worst gambler ever, Dan Ho, Mario Martinez, James Harrelson. James, I hope you were able to get on that last night, the Ducks, and make a couple of dollars, because I know I probably cost you a couple of pieces of money, and I really do apologize about that, but I will do as as much work as I can to hope we get this money back. Leska, thank you for coming on the show. Thank you for your support and always having our backs. Guys, I am the dream. Always remember who you're with and make the most of each and every day, as you cannot get this time back.
Don't worry, man. I got all my cleaning supplies ready, cleaning up all your mess for the last 2 weeks, so it's all good.
You know what it is? My back is killing me from carrying yo all through the college basketball season.
Feeling exhausted. All right, guys. So we are Sports Bettors TV. We are the biggest show in the world, 7 days a week, nonstop, 9 a.m. on the week, 10 a.m. on the weekends. We are on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Google+, YouTube, the whole package. Sports Bettors TV and SportsBettorsTV.com. We love you to death. Go out there. Go easy. Do your own homework. Bet your own plays. And get that money. Take care.
Peace.